What's up and welcome to another episode of Scout Report. Got a new gameplay video here today between two members of our team, Ben and Kurt. Ben's playing the new Baby Vegeta leader. It's pretty sick. And Curtis is playing kind of a fun deck that he just wanted to play to try. It's not super competitive, but it's kind of cool. It's not the best game in the world, but we're showing off the new Baby leader, showing what he can do. I think Ben's build of it is pretty good. You'll see what it can do. There's super good cards in there like Revenge Death Ball and the Baby Chain. I think it's going to be a good leader to contend with in the future. Before we get started here, I wanted to ask you guys, and then leave it in the comments if you want, what leaders you guys are looking forward to, what kind of gameplay or deck profiles you guys want to see. I'd love to hear from you guys, and we can get videos out for that stuff. We got a lot of decks brewing in the background, but we're keeping some of them, close to the chest. But if you guys really want one, we can put it out there and see what we can do for you. Enjoy the game. Hopefully you learned something, and hit like and subscribe. And here we go. All right, so we got Ben on the left, we got Curtis on the right. Ben's playing his new Baby Vegeta leader deck. It plays a lot of the standard red cards, but this deck is pretty cool. Leader does a lot of great effects. It's really good against a lot of these decks. Are popping out all these 1-drops, and you can just clear the board and keep it managed. It's a bit of a control, more of a control style for red, and it's really cool. Curtis showed up to locals this week with an interesting deck. He said in our group chat, I'm showing up with that set 2 spice, and then he shows up with a set 4 leader and a bunch of world tournament stuff and a kind of a random hodgepodge deck. So it's not a great deck, not a really good example of what he's capable of as a deck builder, but every once in a while you want to just come have fun and not worry about winning and try something new. So he's playing a Hirudegarn Buhan deck that is actually, it's not very good, but pretty cool idea. So Ben got to go first, gets 2 energy. That's great for his deck. He wants to be able on turn 2 pop out this Saiyan Strength Baby, which is a great card that not many people play. It's honestly really good in Baby, but he comes in, drains somebody by I believe 20,000, and then he's a double striker on board. And he's pretty hard to get rid of. All for 2 energy. You got to play 1 in the beginning. If you're playing Dr. Mew, you get it for 2 energy. It's pretty sick. Something I see people do when they try to play that card, some of the new players, is they are just they're thinking of it kind of like Union Absorb, but it's not. It's you got to have the 2 cards on the field to bring that guy out, and it's not quite as good as people think it is, but still super solid. So Curtis is going ham here. Ben's not caring. He wants to awaken. And we'll see. Playing that new Sweet Pan card. If you haven't tried that out, it's pretty expensive, rare. It's a lot like the other Saiyan Kabas and Intensifying Power Trunks. It takes a life, then it swings for 15,000. No crit or anything like that, no double strike, but blue really needed that 1-cost self-awakening, so it's pretty prime. Curtis here swinging with Hirudegarn, getting that discard 1, draw 2, always good, filling his hand up. And that pan comes back to your hand at the end of the turn, which is pretty sweet. So you always have it. If you see it early, you're gonna be able to awaken at some point. It might take 4 turns, hopefully not, but you get it in there and you going in. So Ben's just taking the damage here. He's going down to 4. I haven't really played the Baby Vegeta yet, so I'm not sure exactly if that's the right strategy. I personally would think you keep it on the other side, or you keep it on the unawakened side a little bit longer, but he's played it more than I have, so maybe he knows something different. And always the move played, past turn. Interesting. So I think he's hoping to, once he gave Ben those 4 cards, maybe he's trying to chain attack something out to go into something else. We'll see. We'll see what Curtis's plan is. I think what Curtis doesn't know is that the Baby Vegeta leader can clear those 1-drops real easy. We'll see if Ben does that here. All right, Ben taking forever to play something. What's he got for us? He's got another baby. And then another 2 to drop the Vegeta, and he brings out another Saiyan Strength baby. And bye-bye, Trunksy boy. So I think the whole goal of Ben's deck is to bring these guys out early. They're big threats, big double strikers. And, you know, he knows that Curtis's deck is going to kill himself pretty quick. He doesn't have to go in for the kill, put a ton of pressure if he doesn't want to, because Curtis is going to do it himself. So he can just build his board. A lot of the Hirudegarn decks don't run a ton of removal. So you're able to kind of sit back, let them kill themselves. We have the defense, and he can just put these threats up here. Curtis will have to answer it. I don't know if he can, and we'll see if he does. So he swings with the baby, which I believe, or baby Vegeta, and it's gonna take him down, and it actually reduces, I believe it reduces his Sane Strength baby card down to 5k. I think it takes it down 15, maybe 10. I need to pull the card up and look, but it reduces the power of it, but it no, man, let me pull this up. I can't remember. This is terrible. Let's see. What's it say? So, when this card attacks, draw one card. Activate main once per turn. Choose one of your battle cards that loses 15,000 power for the duration of the turn. If you do so, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and they lose 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. So you don't have to take a life, which is way better than I thought it was, and it reduces the power of their cards by 10,000. That's really good. I played against Ben. I was playing Hercule when we were testing. He was trying this deck out, and it is nasty. He was able to basically every time he'd attack, he'd wipe out all of my onboard combo power, which Hercule really relies on that quite a bit. You don't have to, but it's always nice to be able to play those like Kronas or the announcer cards, and you know they're out on the board. You've already played them. You already get another card off of them, hopefully, and you combo and get another one. So when you're able to take those off the field with that ability, it really slows you down. It doesn't really slow you down that much, but he was able to defeat me with this deck pretty handily in certain cases. Revenge Deathball is an insane card, guys. Hopefully we see some use of that here. But he's got Curtis in a tight spot. But, you know, I think Curtis's whole deck here, he's really relying on one big guy, one big monster at the end here, and that's the Big Booze. It's not exactly the best idea, but because he's an untapped 2-leader here, he can play this guy out for 3, search the Boo he wants, flip over, bring back the 2, and then he's able to evolve, I believe, and do all of the absorption things he wants to do. So yeah, he evolves here. It does tap him out, which is very dangerous, but he should have Unyielding in the deck to bring back that energy. So he's able to put a card under there, and technically you're allowed to fail the search because it's up to, and then you can put another card under there, fail that search, and you're able to absorb those abilities below that. And you can stack them, I believe, or pick each one depending on... I've never actually played Buhan, so I don't actually know if it's both or you get to pick one, but either way, it's good. So his deck is kind of relying on bringing this big boy out, and I believe what he's trying to do is he was hoping to play decks that play a lot more smaller guys, because that's what everyone's playing these days. But, you know, Ben's deck doesn't really do that. He puts out the little guys and they instantly go up to being a big guy. But he's definitely trying to rely on the Boo coming in with the Gohan ability, hitting for like 40k, and just demolishing a 5k. So he does bring back an energy with Unyielding here. It's pretty solid. Great card. We'll see what Ben does here. He did negate, but he does Revenge Deathball, which kills the Trunks. So not a huge deal. It is a little hurt. It does, you know, it boosts Baby Vegeta for the rest of the battle. So he's gonna go higher. And Curtis is pretty angry. That's so stupid. That's what he said. But Revenge Deathball is nasty. I played a U7 Frieza deck versus Ben's deck here. He was actually able to beat me because he played, I think it was 3 Revenge Deathballs in one turn. I was hitting for, I think it was like 105,000 on the Victory Strike, and he swung the fight by, I think it was like 75,000 with the 3 the 3 revenge death balls was just insanity. I mean, he kind of knew what the strategy was of U7, and he knows it's coming. Everyone knows it's coming if you're playing Victory Strike, but just holding onto those 3 revenge death balls is pretty nasty. It was pretty hilarious. I was pretty salty. So he's going to negate that first attack there. Gives him +5. Pretty sick. And we'll see what Curtis does. He's still comboing. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. Ben's deciding what to combo here. We'll see what's going on. No, Curtis is still deciding. So he doesn't need that pan anymore. Might as well get it out of the hand, fill the drop. Ben's got super combos for days to block this guy. Looks like Curtis is swinging in for 45,000, so Ben's gonna have to go up a little bit higher. He's up to 40, so another 10, which is pretty draining. But there he goes. Loses both the Debra and the hit. He must have another one of those in hand. He's coming up in his turn 4. He's got to have another one. Yep, there it is. Curtis just passes turn here. Poor Pan, she's gone to the drop. Ooh, and that Strategies of Universe 7, it's a card I don't see a lot of people playing. It's actually extremely strong in this baby deck here because baby's technically a Saiyan on all the cards. Or most of them anyways, all the big ones. So you can put him out there and they can't get rid of him if you play that card. It's, you know, especially if he gets all the way up to the big boy, the big fat golden ape. You can't, usually you want to play something that gets rid of him instantly, but here you're not gonna be able to. And I actually find that card very difficult to deal with a lot of the martial arts tournament cards because it does sap 20,000 off the first guy that drops. And, you know, if you're trying to do the Goku Ood combo and you don't have your 1-drops, maybe don't have an energy, Goku's dying the moment he hits the field and you're not getting a lot of the effects. Well, I guess you would get the effect on that. I'll take that back because the autos will go through. But Ben's here. He's got 4 energy. You know, it's always a tough turn on turn 4 when, especially a lot of these red decks where they play a lot of 4 cost and that's kind of your big hitters. And, you know, you don't want to tap out once you're awakened here against a big deck that's running things like Buhan because they'll kill you in 1 turn if you don't have the energy. So we'll see what he does here. It's taking a little long to decide. Let's see what he's doing. What's he gonna do? He's thinking real hard. One energy. No, takes it back. Oh, he's going for 4. He's going big. So I think he decides here, hey, let's take the 2 cards in his hand that he can do damage with next turn, get rid of them. Cease to negate. He's got 3 guys on board. He's going to be able to kill the Buhan without, you know, he's going to use 1 negate and then it's gone. So we'll see what's going on. And Ben here was attempting there to activate Main and the Baby to drain from the Buhan, but because Curtis did that fail to search, Buhan's got the barrier underneath, so he's able to ignore the baby effect, and that's a good point here on the barrier. So the one downfall, or the big downfall, anyways, to the baby decks is barrier. It really can't deal with them, and all of their effects are nullified by barrier. So anything that's like subtract 20,000, you know, do this, do that, just doesn't work. And in this tournament, actually, he messaged me before and he's saying, "Oh yeah, I'm coming with the baby deck, and no one's running barrier these days. It'll be okay." He literally runs into 3 decks in a row that are all running barrier cards, a ton of them. And Curtis was asking here, why didn't you just go for game there? You got multiple double strikes on board. You could have probably gone for game. And Curtis is probably right, but Ben definitely tries to play a little more methodical. He wants to get a single strike in before he goes for the double strike. His justification was, I don't know what 2 cards are underneath that. You've got a big guy on board. I'm tapped out. Maybe I don't give you those 2 cards that could potentially kill me, and I just wait till next turn to kill you. And it's not bad strategy. We'll see if it pays off. And because of that strategy, Curtis really was only able to play 1 card. He drew a card, didn't get what he wanted, swings, draw another card, and he can't really play anything. So, and it did keep him from charging energy. It leaves him at a severe disadvantage here. So I don't know. Depends on what do you guys think of that? Leave in the comments. Should he gone in? Should he have not? Personally, I think he probably dragged the game on a little bit longer than he should have. But sometimes it pays to play safe. Especially when you got cards like Burst Attack Gohan in your deck, where you're going to draw 2 cards, you're going to put crit pressure when he's got a low hand. Curtis is going to have to deal with that. So he's just poking at him, getting him to not waste cards, but use them up. Ben can sit back, not really do much. And he passes turn. Curtis is over here with 3 energy. He's going to be able to charge this turn, which is great. Pretty bad that he wasn't able to charge last turn, actually. His deck really needs a little bit more energy. So we'll see what he grabs here. He's got... didn't see any of them. Looked like maybe a Sensu Bean, but I'm not sure. And because he hit 4 energy, Hirudegarn is going to force Ben to put 1 card back on the top of his deck. Such a good effect, especially, Hirudegarn is one of the best chain Xeno leaders for this reason. If you put 5 cards in their hand, swing, you grab a card, they put a card back on the top of their deck. Pretty nasty. It's also just a great effect. Any of the cards that, kind of reverse the tempo of the game and make you go back, not see more cards, not get the cards you want, are just really great. So Curtis is going to go in for something here. Play the Trunks, take a life, go to 3. A little risky, especially with Ben at 4, but I don't know what's in his hand, so maybe it's all he had. And this board state that Ben's got here of 3 4 drops and 1 3 drop. The moment we get to set 5 and that Kami card comes out, it's a dangerous place to be, boys. 1 cost and then you pay 2 to KO all those boys. It's going to change the game in a big way. It's going to force people to not play so wide and so low to the ground and go taller, go bigger, more single targets. We'll see. I'm excited. Set 5 looks sick. If you guys haven't been testing that shit, get on it. Get on Untap, get on Octagon. We even printed some proxies. Cost like $18 to print those bad boys at Kinko's. But, hold them in your hand, being able to play them in your decks, feel them out. All those new negates are crazy. I was playing After Image and Pan. That card is bonkers. It just swings any fight in any direction you want it to go. It's amazing. Also, the new Janemba leader. That dude's sick. I played a jank deck that I didn't really want to go through the hassle of building my own, so I just pulled some random list off DBS decks, and I was like, ooh, this one's got a bunch of set 1 cards in it. I played it, and Russell on our team, he's really good, and he was playing, I think it was the new Frieza leader, the one with the wish mechanic, and he had 1 card left in deck by the end of the game, and I was playing the most jank version of the deck I've ever could even think of. I was playing like
a bunch of Whis ramp and just shit you never play. But it was pretty hilarious, and I think that leader is going to be really good. It's really cool. It's been doing pretty well in our testing, and I think there's really some sick builds you can do with it, and you just really sit back and do nothing. But, this game's dragging on a little bit longer than I thought it would. Ben really needs to go for the kill here, or I guess it's Curtis is going for the kill, so... He's just going to take it. We'll see. It's a little dangerous, actually, to go down to 3. So he's going to play the miraculous comeback. For 2, little rough. Just negates it, boosts his leader up. Unending Awakening, great card. Curtis has to pass. So, Curtis is not looking like he's in a good spot here. He's down to 3 life. Ben's got the big boys on board. And... he's only got 2 energy and 2 cards. And I think, you see people's feet standing on the left. I think that's my shoe in the bottom left there. This game was dragging on a little bit longer than we wanted it to. Come on, boys, hurry up. But, it is what it is. Ben's a little more methodical, like I said. So he's going to play another foreseen hit, get his board even wider. It's going off the screen. He's going to take the 1 damage. Curtis just said Ben doesn't know how to play, doesn't know how to finish. So that's game. But, yeah, that's how it goes. Sometimes you just got to keep pounding them in until, you get through the door.
And that's the game. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more Dragon Ball Super content in the future. We're hopefully going to be starting up a little podcast series in the next couple weeks here. Try to get a little roundtable for you guys, more kind of competitive discussion. If you guys have any, leaders you want to see deck profiles of, or gameplay videos, let me know, and we'll get them up here. I'll try to prioritize those. I always want to do this stuff for you guys. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.